Hey, Tech fam. Today we're exploring how AI is finally learning to remember who we are, and it's about time. Ever notice how using AI assistants feels like dating someone with amnesia? Nice to meet you. You know we've been talking for 3 hours. Using AI without good memory is like having the world's smartest goldfish. Brilliant for 3 seconds. Then, oh look, it's a castle. Meanwhile, Google just dropped Firebase Studio. That's going to change who gets to build apps forever. We're going from only coding experts can build apps to if you can describe it, you can build it. Building super advanced AI without safety is like designing a sports car with no brakes. It's dope until you meet that first curve in the road. Want to know what this all means for you? Stick around. Tech Innovation Made Human starts right now.
Made for you, come feel the tide. Oh yeah. Tech made human, feel the glow. From the city to the field, watch it grow. Bum beats, heart sinking flow in the flow. Tech innovation, here we go.
Hey, welcome back to Tech Innovation Made Human. I'm your host, Jeremy McKellar, and today we're diving into some mind-blowing tech that's changing how we interact with AI and build software. We're talking relationships with machines that actually remember you exist, tools that let anyone become an app developer, and some serious conversations about where this is all headed. Technology used to be something we had to figure out. Now it's finally figuring us out. That's not just cool, that's a fundamental shift in human computer interaction. So, I'm very excited about today's episode. As always, a quick disclaimer before we jump in. Everything today that's shared represents my personal analysis and opinions, not those of any company I'm associated with. No corporate sponsorship here, just pure tech enthusiasm. You can catch the audio version on your favorite podcast platform, and all resources mentioned are going to be linked in the description below. Make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the amazing things. Your interaction is much appreciated, and we thank you so much for supporting the community, and hopefully you're getting some valuable information. All right, let's get into it. OpenAI just rolled out a major upgrade to ChatGPT's memory feature, and folks, this is changing the entire conversation around AI assistants. Who here has experienced this digital amnesia? You spend weeks telling an AI assistant about your projects, preferences, and personal details. Then you come back a day later and it's like, new phone, who this? Every single time. Having a conversation with traditional AI is like dating someone who gets amnesia every time they go to the bathroom. Hi, nice to meet you. You do realize we've been talking for 3 hours, right? Until now, though, you had to explicitly command ChatGPT to remember specific information. But this new update, it automatically remembers details from your past conversations without you having to spell everything out. Check out the difference, right? As you can see by this representation, before you used to have to say, hi, ChatGPT, let me explain for the 47th time that I'm working on a podcast about making tech accessible. Now, the after, any ideas for my next episode? And it immediately knows your show, your format. The interface offers impressive control too. There are 2 distinct settings. Reference saved memories for those explicit, hey, remember this moments, and reference chat history for all your past conversations. You can always switch to temporary chat mode, and what happens in that conversation stays in that conversation. Being able to actually have an AI companion that's taking note of what you previously discussed is going to be very, very important and very crucial. The companies that are working on these are realizing how important that memory is, how important that these new innovative ways of how we leverage AI to actually augment the user is going to be important. And so I think that this feature is timely and gives a glimpse into what we can expect in the future. One of my next favorite segment is tool time. We talked about ChatGPT, and while that's very busy, Remembering your name, Google just unveiled something revolutionary at their Cloud Next 2025 event that's going to transform app development. And you can check out that event as well. We'll post links to it. Say hello to Firebase Studio, already making waves as a tool that might make I can't code officially obsolete as an excuse for not creating your app idea. Remember when building an app required learning 5 programming languages, 3 database systems, and summoning at least one coding deity? Now it's like describing your dream house to an architect who can instantly build a prototype you can walk through. Firebase has been around for years for those that don't know. It's been helping developers with back-end services, but Firebase Studio elevates this to an entity new level. It's a cloud-based development environment designed specifically for building and deploying full-stack AI-infused applications. What makes this truly special is the AI-powered prototyping. You can literally describe your app using natural language, upload images, or share mockups, and Firebase Studio will generate a prototype complete with code and a web preview. It's like having a development team that reads your mind. We're going to dive into a quick demo of it so that you can see it. Let me know what you think. All right, now let's have a little bit of tool time and dive into Firebase Studio. This page that I'm on right here is just discussing more about Firebase Studio if you want to learn more. And just to mention, this is just one of the tools of the 299 announcements that Google mentioned last week. I've thought that this would be very helpful, though, for people that want to see a real application created. This is a game changer. So if you had an idea of what you're trying to build out, hey, there's no excuses now, right, on what you can do and what you can make happen. So that's their page. We'll make sure to put the links to it as well, and you all can go and check it out. We're going to hop on over to the Firebase Studio, as well as here is just the documentation if you ever want to go through and geek out on the documentation. And yeah, so here is my workspace. So when you come into studio.firebase.google.com for those that are listening over audio, and essentially once you log in, I did mention that it is in an early preview, but actually it is free for users. All that you need is a Google account. As long as you have a Google account, you can, or a Gmail account, you can check it out for free. You can build apps with zero coding, one prompt, and then you have a working prototype. And it includes free subdomain hosting. And yeah, you can create apps within minutes. What I'm going to actually do here, this is the example that I want to make. I want to create an app that helps me to keep track of my AI certification. So we'll rewrite that so that sounds right. But there are also sample prompts, right? So, hey, if you want to create a tipping calculator, if you need a recipe generator, ERP dashboard, or you want to track your expenses, these are just examples of applications that you can make. I'm going to click on the tipping calculator just for our reference, and you'll see this is just a simple prompt. I want to create a tipping calculator app to help calculate tip on a bill amongst friends. Use a pink and purple color scheme. So it's pretty cool. All right. So I'm going to take that out. The app that I want to do, because, and I encourage you to try your own as well and share it with me, but the app that I want to make, so we're going to say create an application that allows me to track my AI certification that I have completed and that are in progress. And this could be really very broad. It could be just technical certifications. I'm really big on making sure that, hey, I want to keep learning, but I want to create an app that actually encourages me to want to learn and also keep track of the completions of it. So it's pretty cool. Colors that I'll use, let's just use some of my favorite colors. Make the app sleek, and with the colors blue, and let's do blue and orange for Tech Simplified. Got to throw in the orange. We'll see how that is. It's not the best for accessibility and things of that nature, but this is just our own prototype. So let's check it out. All right. And this is, like I said, this is prompting. We'll go deeper into actual prompting, and we can geek out on to how to really prompt effectively. And we'll share some resources to many of these different institutions and these different companies have released their own prompting guides and training for you. But essentially, it's giving you the tools to say, hey, how do I actually communicate with these language models, with these AI tools to get the results that I want? And so, but yeah, let's check it out. All right. So it's going to be creating, and we will speed this up as well. All right. Here we go. And boom, here we are. And once you actually give the prompt, it's going to create a plan for you. So if you've ever used some of these language models, it'll actually detail, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm thinking of. And if you want to make some changes, you can. So, but I'm going to go with what they have. So they have the app blueprint. They're calling it CertiTrack AI. It's a pretty cool name. And then features, hey, certification list, display a list of AI certifications with their name. Status updates allow users to mark certifications as in progress or completed. Progress visualization, so provide a visual progress bar for each in progress certification. And then manage certifications, so allow users to add, edit, and delete certifications. And then it also talks about the style guidelines. It's got the blue color, deep blue. It's got a soft orange, and then it also has a teal color as well. So it's pretty cool. And we're going to make it clean and modern layout with ample white space for readability. And then iconography. Use simple outline style icons to represent different certification categories or providers. So I'm really excited. I want to see what this creates, as well as it for the style guidelines. It also has animation. So there will be subtle transitions and animations when updating certification statuses. So this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and click prototype this app and let's see the magic happen. All right, cool deal. And so as this goes through, we're going to allow this to complete. It's going through, it's creating the different file components. You can keep track of what it's doing here. You'll see there are some TSX files, CSS for the styling. And so, yeah, we'll allow that to go through and you can keep track of it right here. And then boom. But man, that was actually pretty quick. You see here now, I was able to create an AI certification. I can choose to edit the code. I can choose to draw on this as well if I wanted to. So that's actually pretty cool. If there's some things that I want to make some changes to, that's actually pretty dope. Cancel that though. And then also, if you want to make changes, you can type in, hey, make a toggled version for light and dark of the app that allows the users to a light or dark version. Cool. I'm going to do that. And so I'm giving it a suggestion and we'll see what it's able to create there. Now, for my code aficionados out there, know some of the code that creates is not properly polished. And so I say this to say that those that are utilizing this and do not have any experience with building out applications or websites, you definitely want to make sure that you check your quality of the work, as well as follow different protocols from a security standpoint if you're deploying this to users. But if you're a business owner, if you're someone that is looking to actualize your ideas, this is just an easy way of doing it. You can just come in here and play around with it. You can actually pull inspiration from other ideas or potential apps that you have seen previously or you may see online. You can give that as an example and you can build out your application. So, and then you take this prototype and then you may share it with an actual designer or web developer or app developer. And there you go. You know exactly what you want it to look like. And so the barrier to entry to actually create more modern applications, if you are a business that's more legacy or in the Stone Age, hey, this is a way that you can do that. So like I said, this is free. All right, so cool deal. It's now added my light or dark version, so I can toggle that. Boom. Yep. So you want something a little bit easier on the eyes. Cool. I got my AI fundamentals. Yeah, I can edit that. Say the progress. Cool. And then I can add my own certification. Tech Simplified AI coming soon. Tech Simplified. Now let's do this. Do Tech Innovation Made Human. AI 101. Add that. Boom. And then you see, hey, now it's in progress. If it's completed, say 100. And that's just one example. You saw the other examples were the recipe generator, as well as tracking your budget, splitting the tip at a restaurant. The sky's the limit on what you can actually do. So I hope that this was pretty helpful for you in just being able to see, hey, I can actually create my own application if I wanted to. And this is just one application, Firebase by Google. I think this just makes it easier for people that don't have any background in this, but there's other applications that are doing the same exact thing where you can create full-blown apps. You can recreate your entire website. You can update your website. You can create new designs just by ideating on these different applications. So just get in here. And it doesn't have to be this application. Like I said, we have no bias, but you can leverage Claude to do a similar thing. You can leverage, there's an application called Bolt, BOLT.new, NEW. Check that one out. And we'll do our best to post different links to tools that you can use in the future, because I don't want to miss anything. There's a bevy of applications that are out there. If you know of some as well, put them down below. But yeah, as you can see, this definitely gets me excited, and this demo will probably take us over the time. But yeah, now I got my AI certification app, and CertiTrack AI is ready to go. All right, peace. Firebase Studio isn't just saving you time, it's democratizing who gets to build the digital future. It's like going from only people who speak fluent computer can create apps to, if you can describe it, you can build it. The multi-framework support is impressive too, whether you prefer Next.js, React, Angular, or languages like Java, Python, or Node.js. And of course, Firebase Studio isn't alone in this space. There have been other applications that have been developed already that people are using to create their own apps quickly, create prototypes. We really just wanted to share this so that you know that there's an opportunity for people to have access to technology that's going to be able to help enable them to ship products faster. Now, I should mention, early user feedback has been mixed. Some developers are raving about its ability to speed up workflows and seamlessly integrate AI. Others point out some growing pains: clunky user interface, struggles with complex prompts, and occasionally generating unnecessary code. Google is actively refining it based on this feedback. There are also considerations around the digital divide. The tool requires reliable high-speed internet, which isn't universal, and while pricing details aren't finalized, similar tools typically start affordable but can get expensive as user numbers grow. The potential impact is enormous. Imagine education nonprofits creating custom learning platforms without hiring developers, or healthcare startups rapidly prototyping patient management systems to secure funding. The bottom line, Firebase Studio represents a fascinating glimpse into a future where the barrier between imagination and implementation gets thinner every day. The question is shifting from, can I build an app, to, what problem do I want to solve next? Moving on to my next favorite segment, Tech Leadership Insight. Let's hear what's happening out here in the field. Shifting gears a bit and talk about some serious developments from the AI industry leaders that could reshape how we think about artificial intelligence. First up, we have Google DeepMind. They did publish a paper with the thrilling title, An Approach to Technical AGI Safety and Security. It sounds like a sleeping pill, but trust me, this might be the most important, boring document of the year. These aren't just random researchers. These are the Mozart level geniuses of AI development. And they're essentially saying we might create superintelligence by 2030. So maybe we should figure out how not to mess that up. Let me translate this from technical jargon to human language. Google's top AI research division is saying 3 things that should make you sit up straight. First, they believe we're approaching artificial general intelligence. What that means is AI that can do anything a human brain can do, and possibly reaching that by 2030. That's not science fiction. It's coming real soon. And just thinking about that lets us know that we're moving at a rapid pace that I don't think anybody was prepared for. So it's important for us to be aware of what's happening. Secondly, they're candidly discussing the risks this poses, including malicious use by bad actors, AI systems finding unexpected shortcuts to achieve goals, systems developing emerging capabilities nobody anticipated. This is key. As companies are building these new capabilities and discovering new ways of leveraging AI and increasing intelligent capabilities, it is important for them to share, where are the gaps? Where are our red tape lines? Where are the challenges or where are the warning areas that we need to make sure that we're covering and that we are monitoring to make sure that we are building AI responsibly? I think that's very important. If they weren't sharing this information, I would be very worried. So the fact that we are seeing this information being shared, not only just from Google, but from other companies such as Anthropic and their safety and responsibility frameworks, OpenAI as well. Microsoft's always leading with a secure first mindset. There's caution that is definitely needed. Thirdly, they're proposing we need comprehensive safety measures built into these systems from the beginning, not patched on afterward like some afterthought security update. Building ultra powerful AI without robust safety systems is like creating a new form of fire without inventing the fire extinguisher first. Amazing until it burns your house down. What's fascinating is the ethical tension here that few are discussing openly. Moving too cautiously on AGI development could mean losing ground to companies or nations with fewer safety concerns. It's the classic innovation dilemma: prioritize safety and potentially fall behind, or race ahead and risk much bigger problems. DeepMind is trying to find a middle path, which is no small challenge. So, what should business leaders and individuals do with this information? Here's your 3-point strategic response. Start implementing responsible AI guidelines now with whatever systems you're currently using. Don't wait for AGI to think about governance. Before adopting any AI system, run a thorough risk assessment. What's the worst that could happen if this goes wrong? Thirdly, consider designating someone or a team specifically focused on responsible AI use and staying current on best practices. So that's for enterprise customers, that's for those that may have their own businesses. It applies to everyone. We need to be able to not only engage in AI, but make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are going to monitor it to be responsible. And so that's very, very important. The technology is racing forward, but it's reassuring that many brilliant minds creating these systems are also the ones raising the alarm about safety. The real question is whether companies and governments will listen before we hit technological escape velocity, pretty much before it's too late, right? Let's get practical for a minute. With all these amazing demos and concerning warnings, you're probably wondering, is AI actually delivering business value, or is this just hype with fancy presentations? It's a wonderful question. There was actually a new study released by the European Central Bank Conference that has some pretty fascinating data, and I love the numbers because they never really lie. You know that awkward phase when you get a new phone and you're slower at everything because you're learning where all the buttons moved? Turns out businesses implementing AI go through exactly the same thing. Adopting AI is like switching from automatic to manual transmission. At first, you're stalling at every stoplight while everyone honks at you. But once you get it, you have control you never imagined and wonder how you live without it. Researchers analyzed thousands of companies across different sectors and found a consistent J-curve pattern in productivity. Organizations implementing AI saw an initial 2 to 3% drop in productivity during the first year. That painful adjustment period where everyone's figuring out how this new tech fits into their workflow. But here's where it gets exciting. By years 2 and 3, these same companies experienced an 8 to 11% increase in productivity compared to their pre-AI baseline. Meanwhile, the companies still running on legacy systems continue their linear, unimpressive growth. So it pays off to be innovative early, to be able to go through the growing pains, and then you start to thrive eventually. Start small, but think big. Begin with focused use cases that deliver clear value while developing your long-term AI strategy. The gap between AI adopters and holdouts is widening into a chasm. The question isn't whether your industry will transform, it's whether you'll be leading that transformation or scrambling to catch up. This has been a long journey for today's episode. We've explored AI that finally remembers who you are, tools that let anyone become an app developer, and some serious insights about where this technological revolution is headed. The real magic of technology isn't in the algorithms or the interfaces. It's in how it's finally adapting to us instead of forcing us to adapt to it. That's not just innovation, that's evolution. Your mission for this week: make sure that you tuned in to the last week's episode. I gave you all a challenge. I need more submissions. I promise you I'll make sure that I will be posting some of the images in future episodes. Check out the last episode to get those instructions for today, though. Try out either ChatGPT's memory feature or Try to create your own application with Firebase Studio. But the main point is making sure that you are at least getting your hands on these technologies. You're reading about them. You are viewing videos such as this and really trying to figure out where is going to be your level of expertise. But more importantly, how are you going to start to implement it into your daily workflow to start to augment and be an expert in the field? Because new skills are going to be created, new jobs are going to be created. So you need to create a new process by which you learn and by which you are an expert. If you post anything, use the hashtag Tech Innovation Made Human or tag us at Tech Simplified. We'll definitely make sure to show you all love, and we appreciate you all. All the links, tutorials, resources mentioned today are in the description below. We've even created step-by-step guides. Check out our courses on Tech Simplified. Join our community. We look forward to seeing you. Next week, we've got another packed episode coming your way with more groundbreaking tech. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Remember, as technology gets smarter, our uniquely human capabilities less valuable. They become our superpower. Stay curious, stay creative, and I'll see you next time.
For you.